Hey there, Starseeds! Welcome to Beyond the Cosmic Table. We're a group of friends from different cultures, backgrounds, and beliefs. We gather around our table and initiate honest and open conversations on how energy and frequencies influence what we create around us. By expanding awareness, we're able to journey with practical guidance leading to our highest awareness and conscious living. So, take a seat and join us at our table. Hey everyone, we're back after a bit of a break. And with that long break, we want to mention that while we love sharing our conversations with you, other commitments have made it a little challenging for us to meet as frequently as we used to. So we do plan to release episodes when we can, but the frequency will be a bit inconsistent. So please remember to subscribe so you're notified of new releases. In this episode, Ebby and Ileana get together a few days before Valentine's Day and talk all about love and heart chakra crystals. If you're new to crystals and want to learn more about how to use them as a tool to help move and clear fear around love and relationships, you'll want to pay attention.
Hello, everybody. This is Ebby Salinas, and I'm here with Ileana Santiago of Everyday Crystal Magic. Hello, Ileana.
Hello, everybody, and glad to be here with you, Abby, and our friends from the Cosmic Table and your audience. Thanks for inviting me again.
You know, how do I not think of you when we're approaching Valentine's Day, and here you are, the one and only of Everyday Crystal Magic. I mean, I've learned so much with your classes, and I've been with you on several of your shopping sprees of crystal through the years. I mean, it's been a wonderful learning experience. I cannot believe how knowledgeable you are, and not just the general information about crystal, but how in depth you really go with your knowledge. So I love Valentine's Day, whether I have a partner or not. I really love it. I love that you can get candy at a really good price that looks lovely. I love that you can order Valentine meals, especially now with COVID. You can still get those deals and have lovely things planned out. I just love the whole thought of it. So whether it's a Hallmark moment or
candy?
What?
You don't like Halloween candy?
I do. I love Halloween candy, but I like and it reminds me of past partners and special moments. So I do have a soft spot for it. I like all those kind of things. But you and I had a conversation going on about what you were choosing to focus on for this Valentine's Day. Do you want to share that?
Sure. I wasn't planning too much on putting like a full video on Valentine's Day theme per se, because people are expecting love and romance, the kind that you share with a lover or spouse or any kind of romantic interest. Last year, I did write for my blog in the website of Everyday Crystal Magic, Crystals for Love and Passion, because the blog was still young, and that's something that people look after. But this year a thought came to me, and I was thinking, well, you know, love is about the heart, and I already had a video on green crystals for the heart chakra. So why not talk about heart chakra crystals that are not green, something different, the crystals that nobody will think of, because you either think of rose quartz or you think of any kind of green crystal if you want to work with your heart for many reasons. Let that be open it to a specific emotion or just work on balancing that chakra. But I was like, no, let me do something different. And let's talk about heart chakra crystals that are not green and heart chakra crystals that also work together with other chakras, because we need to start thinking, well, or embracing, understanding that chakra is a system that each one of them are not separated. If you have an imbalance in one chakra, eventually it's going to start affecting the other. It's energy. When a chakra is unbalanced, that excess energy is going to be just pushed through the body, through the other systems, and it's going to impact that. So when we feel a particular emotion or we feel strongly about something, that is also shared by other chakras. So the crystals that I picked came out really quick, not only because I own many of them, that being jewelry or pieces, but I thought it was fun to present something different, something like people will go like, I never thought that would be a heart chakra crystal. So
Well, that's
that's my
exactly
idea.
what
That's
I said. That's exactly what I said.
yeah, so that's how the idea came up.
So what are these special crystals that here's another thing. As much as people, there's so many people out there who are going on their first dates or
Mhm.
long-term relationships that are going out there, that special someone, there's a separation from the people who that day brings them depression. It brings them sadness. It brings
Mhm.
up a lot of layers of love that's gone wrong, and feeling left out and feeling like they're never going to find somebody, so it's funny how one day can, you may never even think of it for weeks and weeks, and all of a sudden that one day comes around and people tend to really beat themselves up about it. So I
Oh,
think it's really
absolutely.
wonderful that you've got these specific crystals, which are going to can help them. So what are they?
So one that is, you look at it and you're never gonna think that this is a crystal for the heart. It's unakite. It's a very beautiful stone in earthy tones, some peach, some green, some of them. And in this unakite, rhodonite, together with pink tourmaline, they have something in common. These crystals are stabilizers, mood stabilizers,
Okay.
something to bring the emotions into balance. And you were mentioning about the people that all of a sudden start beating themselves on a
Right.
holiday like this because they don't have a date, or the bad memories of a relationship long gone. But why you need to let that beat you any day, not this day, any
Uh-huh.
day. And while thinking of being alone, if you haven't embraced or invite love into your life, and probably it's because of the fixation on the romantic love, but other things that these crystals have is understanding, like rhodonite is a good crystal for mutual understanding and have better communications in all kinds of relationships. Pink tourmaline is a crystal of friendship and joy, the joy of the friends you meet along the way and that are always there for you. Red tourmaline, and this is in my Instagram, and that video is out there. I put an Instagram reel of the crystals of love. And red tourmaline is a good crystal for those who feel they are alone in the world.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's a crystal there, but mood stabilizer, stabilizing the emotions, and working with the heart chakra. That is the case of rhodonite, heart and root chakra or base chakra. You get that with rhodonite. You get that with the tourmalines. The tourmalines are excellent crystals to create that shield or that energy. I don't like to speak about protection, because when
Right.
people start getting into the protection rampage, but guess what? You're really gonna need it. But the tourmalines are good to seal your energy field and dispel that negativity and those feelings that put you down, especially in a time like this. And the bottom line is it's the heart chakra, and is to find joy in many things, because it's not love for a partner, it's love for what you do, it's love for your interest. This reminds me of this channeler Wendy Kennedy.
Hmm.
I
I've seen
like
her.
her a
Yeah.
lot. Yes, and there was an interview that she did with Ruben Langdon in this show that he produces about interviews with the extra dimensionals, and the collective that she channels talks about why in this planet is so special, because there are so many forms of love,
Oh, yeah.
so many. And again, we have this holiday, and many people choose to give their attention to the kind of love that at the moment they don't have.
Right, right. And
So
here's
that's
the other
why.
thing. I know that a lot of beginners out there, or people that don't really take the time to understand crystals and stuff. For instance, not just crystals, any kind of amulet or totem or whatever. If I'm looking for love, all I need is this rose quartz, and that's going to bring me love. And what we really try and dispel on Beyond the Cosmic Table is things are in layers. We've discussed this before. Think about someone wanting to be successful. It is not enough to have drive and motivation. You can have all the drive and motivation to push yourself towards that, but if you have limited beliefs about success, limited belief about money, you're not those are layers you got to transmute and work through in order to be able to receive that success. And the same is true with love. A crystal shaped like a heart is not going to bring you love. If you have a heart chakra that is resistant to allowing love to come in. So these are the filters and the layers that we work through. But I love that you mentioned these chakras. I mean, the chakras and these crystals that are mood stabilizers, and they balance out, and it's a place to start, you know, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see an opportunity of a relationship through clarity. You're going to be looking for a relationship out of need, desperation, not wanting
Yep.
to be alone, and you'll settle. And the you who is balanced and is joyful and happy and has a loving life, that one may not even have given that person a second look because were not a good match. So you want to be able to really take a look at yourself, have a self-awareness about yourself, and what does love mean to you? Where are you in all of this? What are your expectations in all of this? And you cannot go wrong with these mood stabilizers. So either gift them to a friend, buy them for yourself, but these should be in your toolbox. Definitely. We could all use these crystals.
Definitely. And adding to those, the people looking for love, and you mentioned something about being open to love. There's an emotion of fear too, and fear sets camp in the root chakra. So that's why it's important to have crystals combinations that work with both chakras, because fear is something very powerful, as powerful as
Right.
love.
Yeah.
And if you want to pursue love without managing that fear of other people, or fear of to get into relationships, fear of giving too much. So that's something that needs to be addressed, is those other emotions that are taking a bigger place than the emotion of
And isn't
love,
it
that the feeling
interesting?
of love.
They can fill a room. That fear, you will move more towards that. And really all you're really doing is saying, this is better than me being in some sort of independence, solitude. It's not, doesn't have to be. Somebody who is partner free is not necessarily lonely. you know
Exactly.
so you got to look at where your supports are, what you do with your time, and if you're not enjoying yourself and enjoying your time,
Mhm.
you got to think about what are you bringing to the table then for you to be a candidate or a possibility and probability for someone else. I know this is a little bit on the harsh tough love side of the discussion, but if your goal is to find happiness, joy, and love, and give yourself the gift of this Valentine's Day that's coming up. Treat yourself to this great
Yeah.
day.
and see what other things you love, because love of a partner is not the only thing. How many things, like take inventory. You know how we we do the exercise of journaling all the things that we are grateful for,
Mhm.
or writing our wish list of our next shopping spree. But how many things are you surrounded with that you really love? Like you mentioned, and I like how you were talking about motivation and drive. Add love to that, because you can be motivated by money, let's
Mhm.
say, to mention a common
Right.
motivator. And you can have the drive because you're disciplined, or just because that's your personality. But do you love that? Do you love
Right.
what is it that you're doing that is gonna bring you success? Uh, because
Exactly.
motivation and drive is only going to take you so far. You really have to love what you do, love the process, love your surroundings. Again, it starts with the basics. Like you said, what are you going to bring to the table? Well, examine how much love you're surrounded with before bringing somebody into that vortex or into
Exactly.
that
That's a good
paradise,
point. Very
whatever
good
the case
point.
may be.
Very good point.
So, and again, a crystal is a teacher. It can help, but it's not going to do a magic trick,
Good point.
even when we believe in our magic.
Mhm.
So you bring the crystal, and you will probably, and I don't know how many in the audience, how many listening to us saw my rant, my video about stop blaming the crystals, because it was motivated by all these people talking about how Moldavite ruined their lives. No, no crystal, no crystal, no smudging, no essential oil or incense ruin or change dramatically anybody's lives. It's going to teach you something, something that you need, something that you need to pay attention to, some
It can't amplify
behavior
what's not
pattern.
there. Can't amplify what's not there.
Exactly. So a crystal is not something that you're gonna have and you're gonna train like a pet and it's gonna turn tricks. No, it doesn't work like that. It's gonna shine a light on what needs to come in, or what we need to work on or pay attention to then, by our own intention, manif- uh, manifest a transformation in our lives.
Well,
So
my
use
Moldavite,
crystals.
and I thank you for that.
Oh, so you're not crying
No, I love my Moldavite.
all over social media because you're playing God and that crystal is going to ruin your life. No. So yes, look at I would say for everybody that are gonna probably put in that is going into Amazon right now or whatever, putting these crystals in their cart, or running to the next store. It's not. This is not a recipe. It's for something that is gonna come up and needs to be addressed or look at, or something you forgot to be grateful for.
Right.
Like
Sounds good.
to be grateful for our emotional or mental stability.
Mhm. True.
And those things are part of the mix. So yeah,
Okay.
coming up this weekend, 8 crystals, the St. Valentine's weekend, 8 heart chakra crystals that are not green and are not rose quartz.
Well, there you go. So we'll have to look for the Everyday Crystal Magic. Follow her, subscribe, and thank you so much, Ileana, for being here.
Thank you, ladies.
Ileana's knowledge around crystals always fascinates me. Her Instagram reels are such a cool, fun, and quick way to learn, and I love how she dives deep on her YouTube channel and offers so much valuable information. If you're itching for more crystal education, I encourage you to go follow Ileana with Everyday Crystal Magic. She's on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and definitely be sure to check out her website for her courses and blogs. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support so much. We're sending you lots of love and light, and we will be back with another episode. So again, please remember to subscribe so you're notified.